My name is Tiffany Payton, and I will be going first this evening. Much like a really shitty Creed cover band. Now the hope is that I warm you up like heated leather seats, but in reality when I am done, you will be so fucking excited that anything is going to sound better. I was really super nervous to be here tonight, and not because of stage fright, but because I'm allergic to social interaction, and I just knew, oh my God, everybody's going to talk to me after the show. I have to do so much talking. See, it's different when I'm up here because I can just pretend you guys aren't there. But when I get off stage, it's way more awkward when I just pretend you're not there when you're talking to me. Yeah, chickenpox at 14. Do you ladies remember when you were 14? Like pubic hair? It's really hard to scratch your shit. All of the bumps with a mess going on downstairs. So that was the first time I decided to shave my own vagina. And I never turned back. Except for that one horrible time I grew it out because I thought I was going to wax it, and that might be a better way to get the shit handled. No, that's a horrible idea. There are a couple of things in life that you really should go ahead and pay a professional to do, and that's one of them. So I'm like spread eagle as much as I can be in the bathtub, applying liberally this hot shit with a paintbrush because I didn't have any popsicle sticks. I don't have kids. No popsicles. But the great thing about waxing is that you have to, with one hand, hold skin tautly, just tight, and the other hand, rip that shit off. Let me tell you, the closer you get to sensitive areas, the worse it hurts. That whole thing is a sensitive area. So by the time I was done, I looked like somebody had bludgeoned me in the vagina with a baseball bat. I didn't want to look at myself in the nude for about 4 weeks until the bruising healed. It was great. So great. Another thing that I'm glad never became a party like the chickenpox parties, though I could totally have seen it becoming a party, and honestly, I don't know why it never did. I mean, it's horrible, but surely somebody had to do this. Menstrual cycle parties. Yeah! Where you get all of the bleeders in one room with all of the late bloomers to encourage the act to occur. Though the marketing would be really tricky, I don't know how Hallmark would work that out. I mean, the line of cards would probably be maxi pad shaped, I would assume. But just think of the horrible cakes. Has anybody seen the baby shower cakes where like the baby is crowning? Or worse, like half out of a weird disembodied belly? You could only imagine like the filling, all of the filling options you might have with maxi pad shaped cakes. Strawberry, cherry, watermelon. The list goes on and on, doesn't it, folks? Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. But I remember girls like burning maxi pads in some pagan ritual to the menstrual gods. Like, why hasn't it come yet? I'm not a woman. All of my other friends are women. Bitch, like, don't ever grow up. I try to encourage my boyfriend's kid, like, don't ever grow up. You don't want it. It's total bullshit. Why do you want this? You don't. Don't ever start shaving your legs, not ever. You just signed yourself up for a lifetime commitment. You don't even know what it means at 9, you know? You don't. But, you know, thanks to science, like I was saying before, and advances in modern technology, consumerism, child labor, probably like Pharisees' tariffs or some shit like that. But thanks for all of that, or to all of that, I can now go onto the Wish app in the privacy of my own bedroom, buy myself a $3 Diva Cup knockoff, save the environment, and have a great time fishing that little trophy out of my badge. Woohoo! Yeah, it's fun, lady stuff. leg stuff. We've all heard about the lipstick chiropractor thing, right?
Vagina glue.
That's an example of how things could be worse because somebody tried to make them better. Here's another example, and I see this becoming a thing in our society, and oh my God, I hope it never does become a thing, but HPV parties. Might as well get that as a child. You don't want that as an adult. Might as well just get it over with. 90% of the population's got it anyway. Sign me up. Recently single for a little while. Until I realized I'm a horrible monster and I don't want to be alone with myself. A couple of weeks into masturbation and chill, with my hand in a bag of spicy pork rinds, and the other hand in a place I don't really want to talk about, I realized I wasn't feeling very sexy about myself, and I should probably just go ahead and put myself out there again, you know? So I licked off the delicious dust from my fingers, fired up the old dating website profile. As a side note, like I say, the spicy hand wasn't anywhere near the privates. And also, I think the most disappointing thing when watching a porn is when the guy can't keep it in the hole. I mean, fucking seriously. What a turnoff. And I got to imagine this is a universal frustration regardless of if you like chicks or dicks. Just don't pull it out that far, man. That shit hurts. Woo! So, like I say, I got back on the OK Creeper. Had some wonderful dates with the narcissistic, brilliant, but completely socially inept type of men that I usually date. And I wish, but nobody ever does. Nobody ever does. I wish that one of my friends, at least just one, maybe multiple, because that would have done a better job really hitting the point home for me. But I wish that one of my friends would have seen the falling jet plane just careening through the sky, like bursting in flames of my last relationship, and warned me before head-on contact with the dating world that I didn't want to fucking do that again, and I should just be celibate for the rest of my life. But like I said, nobody ever does. Nobody ever does. And you know, the worst thing, honestly, about dating, at least for me, aside from my brutal honesty, the worst thing about dating is the fact that you don't know what's in the pants until it's too late. Until it's too late to turn back, or until it's too late to be polite about it. And quite frankly, at 36 years old, I am too jaded and busy to pity fuck a micro teacup penis.
Yeah!
You know, because I can't just put it on the dating profile like I prefer big cock, because people might think I was a slut.
Yeah! Sluts! I mean, no!
The truth of the matter is that I'm just old enough to know what I like. The sad thing is that 90% of the people we know will never experience or experiment enough to know what they like. So, yay, slut power. I am now dating a man, and it's totally different than dating the man-child that I'm used to. Now I'm dating a man with a child. And I've not ever had kids, and not because I couldn't, just I've never really had the desire, and it's not that I hate children. It's just that I don't want one on my ass 24/7. I don't want to be responsible for anything larger than a kitten at this point in my life, quite honestly. But the kid is great. Like, he's really intelligent. We have deep conversations, and he trusts me, and I talk to him like an adult. That's probably why he trusts me. So I was honored, yet awkwardly horrified when he decided he was going to ask me about some of the things that he's heard about from puberty, or about puberty. Like I say, yeah, that's strange. He's not my kid. I haven't had him for very long, but cool. you trust me, bro. So we had conversations about wet dreams, you know, all the good stuff, morning wood, ball hair. And he asks me, because he thinks he's got it pretty bad, like boy puberty, he thinks, so, oh man, that's a lot. It really sucks. Like, I'm going to get acne and hair everywhere? Yes, you're going to continue to grow hair for the rest of your life. And he's like, well, how is it for girls? How bad is it? Because I hear my mom gripe about stuff all the time. I'm like, well, you know, consider this. I have, at this point in my life, spent 2,263 days bleeding. Not to mention the angry badger that decides to try to crawl its way out of my uterus every month. So I asked him, like, does that sound like something you'd like to do? You want to switch spots? No. No. He does not. Yeah, right? So 4th of July, of course, everybody goes and we run around and we swim, we blow shit up. He's an 11-year-old boy, so of course we did those things. And he was running around playing with a bunch of girls around his age. The next day, he's in a grumpy fucking mood. Unfortunately, it is not socially acceptable for me to tell an 11-year-old boy that he needs to whack it off until he's in a better mood. Go into your room, young man, and don't stop beating until you got a smile on your face. Unfortunately, I can't do that. God, I wish I could. But at no point is it really acceptable until they're 18, and then it's still creepy. I've really been surprised, dumbfounded, just shocked at the whole co-parenting thing. I think what I find the weirdest, though, is that initial data suggests boys as young as 11 have already learned to mansplain. They will spend the rest of their lives honing this weapon of destruction. Fucking 11! Seriously! Boys are unusual. I mean, men are unusual. You guys are pretty simple, but there are just a couple of issues, you know. Like I said, the boyfriend and the kid, they're living with me, and it's great. It's really inspiring, in fact. So inspiring that I think I've got a great idea to pitch to the Lifetime Network, and I think it would really speak to the hearts of women everywhere. Now, we've all heard of The Notebook, right?
Yay!
Have you heard of The Notebook of Shit to Clean? Because I don't think it's not that they don't see it. It's just that they don't recognize in their head or register in their head, like, that's laundry that's dirty and it's wet and it's on the floor. And that trash, it's overflowing. So it's probably time to take it out. No, not at all. So in the previews for my great flick, it's going to be a short film, clearly. I could be dragging him to piles of filth, like, dirty, like Helen Keller to water. Do you all remember reading that story? Where she has to sense everything and feel it? And then we could just do this montage of us, like, working on a chore chart like little kids have. Like, every day you're getting better, man! Woohoo! And clean that toilet! Though I do have to say, one of the sexiest things ever is watching a man mow the lawn. That moms hate, or the non-mom, I'm sorry, that moms hate. That silent and judgy one. And yes, I am always silently judging you. Even though I've only had a couple of months of experience at this whole parenting thing, I know more about raising your kids than you do. Yeah. No, I'm a liar. Truly. But it's really weird now that I'm so much busier, because in addition to doing stand-up comedy like once a year, which is a big time commitment for me, I also have a shit ton of other hobbies. And I look at Facebook particularly now, and I'm like, God damn it, why do all these moms with like a gazillion kids have time to sew them little outfits and give them little princess Pinterest parties where everything is perfect and all of the photos and smiles are just amazing and it's like creepy Stepford. Bitch, I went to high school with you. I know that is not an accurate representation of your current life situation. Unless you are just baking a crap ton of cocaine cookies, there is no way you can get that much done. I know. Suzanne. Suzanne, she's like the people of Walmart, only she's the people of Dick's Sporting Goods. The whole family in athletic wear. At least it looks like you run. But we all know it's the cocaine cookies, Suzanne. We all know. But Suzanne smiles like, look at my fuck trophies. My life is perfect. I'm going to get into my Yukon now, take my groceries home from Whole Foods, and practice smiling in front of the mirror. Does this look natural? And I always hate to be around a bunch of women like Suzanne, because I'm not like them at all. And I always envision this going on, or going down like some Orange is the New Black scene where I get shanked. And it's all because deep down, they can just tell, I think Coach purses are ugly. They're silently judging me.